hit-and-run accident. Cops are called, Lee. It was the LAPD and it was the California Highway Patrol. They rushed to the scene. 3 people flee from this hit-and-run accident. One of the people essentially hops a fence and makes their way into the neighbor's home of the Weezer, the guy who is the bassist for Weezer, where he lives with his wife. So cops are out there and they're looking. They're trying to find this guy who was involved in the accident. Well, the wife comes out with a gun in her hand, according to the police, and unclear what was going through her mind, but the police obviously, order her to drop the weapon, put the weapon down. The story goes that she pointed the weapon at the police officers, and it sounds like she may have even fired a shot. No. At that point, they returned fire, and they hit her. Now, thankfully for her, she was hit in the shoulder, and it was a survivable injury. Wow. She then, at that point, retreated into the house. She was inside for about a half hour. Obviously, they are trying to get her out at that point. She's inside for a half hour. She ultimately comes outside, hands up. They take her into custody. She is now charged with attempted murder. Wow. She has been released on $1 million bond, and she is, goes without saying, facing really serious charges here for something, again, that didn't even involve her, Lee. It was, they're trying to find somebody who was in a hit-and-run accident, and she, for some reason, got herself smack dab in the middle of what now is a really serious situation for her.
Yeah, I saw you guys had this full story on TMZ, man. That's a crazy one. And real quickly, let's touch on Wendy Williams, because I have another thing I want to talk to you about after that. But Wendy Williams in the news again?
Yes, she's trying to get out of this guardianship, which she's been under for a while now. She's in that really strict memory care unit in an assisted living facility in Manhattan. So her guardian has said she's free to come and go whenever she wants to, no problem. Well, there was a problem. It's just not the case. So last night she was supposed to go to dinner with her niece and her new attorney, Joe Tacopina. This is the guy who represented A$AP Rocky, President Trump, and a bunch of other high-profile clients. They did not let her go. The guardian said, no, she can't go. So she had to cancel the meeting. And it's just, I think, for Wendy, it's just further proof where she's saying, hey, look, you guys say that I have freedom. I can do what I want to do, but I can't even go out to dinner, on a Wednesday night when I want to. So she wants out from this thing. We'll see what happens.
Wow, the story continues, and it's interesting. Interesting to see if she actually does get out of that conservatorship. With the few seconds that we have left, I think we're at about 45. Are there empty spaces, empty studios in LA? I'm reading about it. I've been covering entertainment for a long time. And are there empty studios?
There's a lot. Yeah, you hear people talk about that in the industry, Leah. There are a lot of them out here that are empty right now. I think it's, one, because things have changed a little bit. You're obviously seeing less movies that hit the